Everything you've been told about reality is incomplete. The world you see, the life you live, and the limits you believe in are part of an illusion so carefully designed that you never even thought to question it. From the moment you were born, you were conditioned to accept a version of reality that keeps you small, keeps you limited, and keeps you from realizing the incredible power that lies within you. But beneath the surface, beyond the reach of mainstream history and conventional science, there exists a secret knowledge. This knowledge is so powerful that it was deliberately hidden from humanity. It has been erased, distorted, and dismissed as myth because those who understood it held the keys to something extraordinary, the ability to shape reality itself. The Emerald Tablets preserve wisdom that has survived for more than 36,000 years. These ancient texts hold teachings that stretch far beyond what we have been led to believe is possible. They were carved into stone, hidden away, waiting for those who are ready to remember their true nature. These are not just stories or metaphors. They are a blueprint for mastering existence itself. They reveal truths that most people will never accept, because to truly understand them means to let go of everything you thought you knew about yourself, the universe, and the very nature of life. Everything around you appears solid and real: the ground beneath your feet, the objects you touch, even your own body. It all feels so undeniable, as if there is nothing more to question. But this, too, is part of the illusion. The Emerald Tablets reveal a truth that is difficult for most to comprehend. You are not your body. You are not your thoughts, your name, or even your mind. You are something far greater. You are consciousness itself, an eternal awareness that is temporarily residing in a physical form, but is never truly bound by it. Society has conditioned you to believe that you are limited to your flesh and bone, that your identity is tied to your physical self, and that when your body dies, you cease to exist. But this belief is one of the greatest deceptions ever imposed on the human mind. Thoth, the ancient sage who inscribed the Emerald Tablets, described the body as nothing more than a vessel, a temporary tool that allows you to experience this dimension. But just like a cup holds water, the cup itself is not the water. In the same way, your body is simply a container, but your consciousness is what gives it life. Modern science is just beginning to grasp what the ancients already knew. Quantum physics suggests that consciousness itself affects reality, that the observer shapes the physical world simply by observing it. Experiments in particle physics have shown that subatomic particles behave differently when they are being watched, proving that the mind has a direct influence on reality itself. If mere observation can alter the structure of the universe at its most fundamental level, what does that say about the true power of your mind? Think about the moments when you have experienced something beyond explanation, when you have had a deep feeling of intuition that defied logic, or when time seemed to slow down, or when your thoughts seemed to influence the world around you. These are not accidents. They are glimpses of your true nature, reminders that you are not just a passive being moving through life, but an active creator of your own reality. Yet, over the generations, society has stripped away this understanding. It has reinforced the belief that you are merely a fragile human navigating a chaotic world, separate from everything around you. But what if that were never meant to be the case? Another great deception that has been imposed upon humanity is the illusion of time. You have been taught to believe that time moves in a straight line, from past to present to future. You have been told that time is something you must chase, something that slips away, something that you must constantly race against. But this is not true. The Emerald Tablets reveal that time is not linear. It does not move forward like an unstoppable force. Instead, time is a cycle. It bends, it loops, and it shifts in ways that most people cannot perceive. Nature itself moves in cycles. The sun rises and sets. The seasons change. The tides rise and fall. Nothing in existence moves forward in a straight line. Everything repeats, everything flows, everything returns. What if your life, your experiences, and even your soul's journey follow the same pattern. What if time is not something that you move through, but something you exist within, capable of stepping in and out of moments just as easily as you step from one room to another? Even modern science is beginning to confirm what Thoth taught thousands of years ago. Quantum physicists now suggest that the past, present, and future may all exist at the same time. Instead of time being like a flowing river, they propose that it is more like a vast ocean, where every point is accessible at any moment. Some experiments in particle physics have even suggested that what we do now can affect the past, proving that time is more fluid than we have ever been led to believe. This means that what you think of as past lives may not actually be behind you, they may be occurring alongside you, accessible if only you knew how to reach them. This also means that the future is not something that happens to you. It is something that you step into, something you align yourself with. It means that time is not a prison, but a force that, once understood, can be navigated. And if time does not truly trap you, then neither does death. The greatest illusion of all is the belief that death is the end. You have been told that when your body ceases to function, you cease to exist. This belief has shaped your entire life, your fears, your choices, your perception of reality itself. But it is based on a lie. The Emerald Tablets reveal a truth so profound, so transformative, that once you truly understand it, your fear of death begins to dissolve. Death is not the end. It is a transition, a shift in frequency. Thoth described the body as something that is merely borrowed for a time, a vessel that is discarded when it is no longer needed. But you, the awareness that is reading these words, are not the body. You are the eternal flame, the consciousness that moves beyond the physical. The flame does not die when the candle melts away. It simply moves on, takes a new form, and continues to shine. Ancient civilizations knew this. The Egyptians, who revered Thoth as a god of wisdom, believed that the soul traveled through the halls of Amenti, a place where it was purifying and prepared for its next phase of existence. They did not see death as an ending, but as a gateway into something greater. Even today, modern studies on near-death experiences are beginning to confirm what the ancients already knew. Across cultures, across time, across all backgrounds, people who have had near-death experiences describe the same patterns, leaving their bodies, experiencing an expanded awareness, seeing beyond the material world. If consciousness were simply a function of the brain, how could these experiences exist? Why do people consistently report a continuity of awareness even when their physical bodies have ceased to function? The answer is simple. You are not the body, and you never were. The body is an instrument, a tool for experiencing this world. But once it is no longer needed, you return to something greater. This is why Thoth wrote, "Man is a flame bound to a mountain, yet the flame is not the mountain." Your physical form may be bound to this earth, but the fire within you belongs to the cosmos. This knowledge has been buried for a reason. If humanity truly understood that death was not an end, the entire system of control would collapse. Fear of death is what keeps people compliant. It is what stops people from taking risks, from questioning authority, from truly living. It is why history has been rewritten, why ancient wisdom has been suppressed, because those who understand death also understand life. For those who are ready to uncover these hidden truths, the Emerald Tablets hold the keys. They reveal the secrets of consciousness, time, and existence itself, secrets that have been kept from humanity for far too long. And once you begin to see through the illusion, the question is no longer what is real. The question becomes, what will you do with this power? For thousands of years, powerful knowledge was kept hidden from the masses, reserved only for those initiated into the ancient mysteries. It was whispered in secret chambers, passed down through sacred teachings, guarded by those who understood its power. But though this wisdom was concealed, it was never truly lost. It has always been there, waiting for those who seek it with an open mind and a willing spirit. And now you are standing at the threshold of rediscovering what was once known by the ancients. What if everything you believe about reality is an illusion? What if life as you experience it is not the solid, external world you assume it to be, but rather a projection, something that exists only because you are tuned into it? Just as your physical body is not who you truly are, the material world is not all that exists. Beneath the surface of what your eyes perceive is something deeper, something unseen, something powerful. And when you understand this truth, fear begins to dissolve and reality starts to shift. The emerald tablets contain knowledge so profound that it can transform the way you see existence itself. This ancient text, attributed to Thoth, the Atlantean, reveals that the world around you is not made of matter in the way you have been taught. Instead, everything you see, touch, and experience is energy vibrating at different frequencies. Your very thoughts, emotions, and even your physical form are patterns of energy in constant motion. The only difference between one thing and another, between a stone, a tree, or a human being, is the frequency at which it vibrates. Science is only now beginning to catch up with this ancient wisdom. Quantum physics has shown that at the most fundamental level, particles do not exist in a fixed state until they are observed. Everything is in a state of fluctuation, influenced by awareness itself. This aligns perfectly with what Thoth wrote thousands of years ago. Reality is not solid, it is fluid, shaped by consciousness and energy. This means that the world is not something happening to you. It is something responding to you. Your thoughts, your emotions, and your state of being have the power to influence the reality you experience. You have already felt the effects of this energy in your daily life, even if you did not fully understand it. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately sensed tension, even before anyone spoke a word? Have you ever been around a person whose presence radiated peace and made you feel instantly at ease? These experiences are not just coincidences. They are the result of unseen vibrations interacting with your own energy field. Every emotion, every thought carries a frequency, and these frequencies influence not just your own life, but everything around you. This is why ancient initiates placed great importance on controlling one's internal energy. They understood that by raising their vibration, by aligning themselves with higher frequencies, they could elevate their consciousness and shape their reality. This knowledge was not meant to be restricted to a chosen few. It was a universal truth meant for all who were ready to receive it. And the most powerful realization of all is that you do not need permission to access this power. It has always been within you, waiting to be unlocked. Throughout history, mystical traditions have used specific techniques to alter vibration and attune the mind to higher states of awareness. Meditation, chanting, sound healing, and sacred words were not just rituals. They were tools for transformation. Thoth spoke of the power of sound, of how certain words and tones could activate energy centers within the body and mind. This is not superstition or fantasy. Modern science has shown that sound waves can influence brain activity, alter emotions, and even affect physical health. Everything is vibration, and when you learn how to control your own frequency, you begin to take control of your life in ways you never imagined. Yet, vibration does not exist in isolation. It operates within a system of universal balance, a force that ensures all things return to equilibrium. This is one of the great secrets revealed in the Emerald Tablets, the principle of balance. Everything in existence seeks harmony, from the cycles of nature to the shifting of the planets, from the rise and fall of civilizations to the movements within your own body and mind. Nothing remains in chaos forever. But those who do not understand this law find themselves constantly struggling, caught in cycles of fear, stress, and suffering, unable to break free. If you have ever felt trapped in an endless loop of highs and lows, swinging between extremes, unable to find stability, it is because you have been resisting the natural flow of balance. Society conditions you to believe that peace is something external, something you must chase after, rather than something you cultivate from within. But Thoth revealed a deeper truth. Balance is not something you find. It is something you master. When you learn to align with the natural rhythms of the universe, you stop being controlled by the fluctuations of the external world. You move from being reactive to being a conscious creator of your own reality. The ancients understood this far better than we do today. Across different civilizations, this knowledge was encoded in their teachings. The yin and yang of Eastern philosophy, the mod of Egyptian wisdom, the Hermetic principle of polarity, all speak of the same fundamental truth. Opposites are not enemies. They are two parts of the same whole. Light and darkness, expansion and contraction, order and chaos, these forces are not meant to be at war. They exist in harmony, each giving meaning to the other. Yet, modern society has trained you to resist discomfort, to fear struggle, to see challenges as obstacles rather than as necessary steps in growth. But once you understand the principle of balance, everything changes. You begin to see that even in moments of hardship, something deeper is at work. The universe is always seeking equilibrium, always returning things to harmony. This is why emotions like fear and anger eventually exhaust themselves, why societies built on corruption eventually collapse, and why personal struggles, no matter how intense, ultimately lead to transformation. You have experienced this before, even if you didn't recognize it. Think of a time when you were overwhelmed by stress, only to reach a breaking point where your mind suddenly became still. That was balance restoring itself. Think of the moments of joy that arrived unexpectedly after times of hardship. That, too, was equilibrium at work. The key to true mastery is learning to stabilize your own energy. Just as the universe seeks balance, so does your consciousness. This is why monks, sages, and mystics throughout history sought stillness, not to escape the world, but to gain control over their own internal state. Because a mind in balance is a mind that cannot be controlled. When you stop reacting impulsively to every situation, when you stop being pulled between emotional extremes, when you learn to hold your center, no matter what happens around you, you become untouchable. But balance is not just about finding peace within yourself. It extends to everything you create, every action you take, every ripple you send into the world. If you operate from a place of fear, constantly chasing after success, forcing outcomes, or trying to manipulate circumstances, you will always encounter resistance. But when you move with trust, when you align yourself with the natural flow of life, things begin to unfold effortlessly. You have likely experienced this before, those moments when everything seemed to flow, when the right opportunities appeared at the perfect time, when life felt almost magical. That was not luck. That was balance in motion. This is why those who understand universal law do not force. They align. They do not struggle against reality. They flow with it. They understand that balance is not something that just happens. It is something that can be cultivated, harnessed, and directed. And those who master this law gain a power beyond measure. They walk through life untethered by extremes, moving with a grace and certainty that others can only admire. Yet, balance is only the foundation. It prepares you for the next great revelation, the deeper secret hidden within the emerald tablets. Because once you understand how to align with the laws of vibration and balance, you gain access to something even greater. The power to shape reality itself. The ability to transcend the illusions of limitation and step into a level of existence beyond what most people ever experience. Are you ready to unlock it? Because the journey does not end here. It is only the beginning. The emerald tablets hold a mystery deeper than most people can imagine. They speak of knowledge so ancient and powerful that it has been hidden in plain sight, waiting for those who are ready to understand. This knowledge is not just about history or philosophy. It is about the very fabric of reality itself. Once you learn how to stabilize your energy, once you begin to recognize the rhythm of the universe, you start to see the truth behind everything. There are unseen forces at work, shaping existence in ways that go beyond what we have been taught. These forces are not random. They are not chaotic. They are overseen by powerful beings who have existed since the beginning of time. These beings are known as the Lords of the Nine, and their presence has been felt throughout history, hidden in myths, legends, and sacred teachings. They are not gods in the way religion describes them, but they are the architects of existence itself. They do not simply observe reality, they guide it, maintain it, and ensure that it unfolds as it should. The Lords of the Nine govern different aspects of the universe, holding dominion over forces that most people will never understand. They do not interfere directly in human affairs, but their influence can be felt everywhere. Every cycle, every event, every shift in the cosmos follows a pattern, and they are the ones who ensure that the balance is maintained. They exist beyond human laws, but they follow the greater laws of the universe. Their presence can be traced through various cultures: the Nine Muses of Greece, the Ennead of Egyptian mythology, the Nine Unknown Men of India. These are not coincidences. They are fragments of a greater truth that has been passed down through the ages. But what does this mean for you? If these beings truly exist, if they truly influence the flow of existence, then the real question is not whether they are real, but how you can align yourself with their wisdom. Thoth, the ancient master of knowledge, spoke of the Lords of the Nine as gatekeepers to higher levels of consciousness. He revealed that those who wish to awaken must first prove themselves worthy. This is why the ancient mystery schools required initiates to go through rigorous trials before they were given access to deeper teachings. Knowledge was never meant to be hidden, it was meant to be protected. Only those who were ready could wield it responsibly. In today's world, true spiritual power has been stripped away. Society teaches you that you are small, that you have no control, that life is just a series of random events. You are taught that consciousness is an accident, that there is no deeper meaning behind reality. But this is not true. The Emerald Tablets reveal that reality is not something you are simply trapped within. It is something you can interact with, something you can shape and influence. Those who understand this knowledge do not live by the same rules as everyone else. They do not see obstacles the way ordinary people do. They understand that they are connected to the forces that shape existence. One of the greatest secrets hidden within the Emerald Tablets is the power of sound and frequency. The universe is not fixed or solid, it is fluid, constantly shifting and changing, shaped by vibration. Sound is not just a noise, it is a force that can alter reality itself. Ancient civilizations knew this, which is why they placed such importance on spoken words, chants, and sacred sounds. It was never just poetry or ritual. It was knowledge, a key to unlocking higher states of awareness. Modern science is beginning to uncover what the ancients already knew. The study of cymatics, which examines how sound frequencies create visible patterns, proves that sound directly affects matter. When certain frequencies pass through water or sand, they create geometric patterns, patterns that resemble the sacred geometry found in ancient temples and symbols. This is not a coincidence. It is evidence that sound is the architect of reality. If sound can shape matter, then what does that say about the words you speak? What about the thoughts you give voice to? Every sound you make is more than just noise. It is a command to the universe. Every word you speak carries energy that influences the world around you. This is why ancient traditions warn about the careless use of words. It is why affirmations and mantras have been used for thousands of years to align the speaker's energy with the higher frequencies of creation. But this knowledge has been lost over time, turned into superstition and forgotten lore. In modern society, words have been stripped of their power. You are bombarded with meaningless language, with distractions that drown out the truth. The most powerful words and phrases have been turned into empty slogans, their true meaning erased. Because when words lose their meaning, they lose their ability to shape reality. And if people do not understand the power of their own voices, they remain powerless. Yet, those who remember, those who understand that sound is more than just communication, can reclaim this lost power. But sound alone is not enough. It is only one piece of a greater puzzle, part of a deeper system of knowledge that has been hidden for centuries. The Emerald Tablets do not just reveal secrets, they provide a blueprint for unlocking the hidden forces within you. If you have read this far, it means you are ready for the next step. The ancient knowledge has never truly been lost. It has always been here, waiting for those who are willing to seek it. But most people will never find it, not because it is hidden, but because they have been conditioned not to look for it. The world is designed to distract, to keep your mind focused on trivial matters, to drown out the inner voice that whispers ancient truth. Knowledge is not given, it is claimed. The path to self-mastery is not walked by accident. It is not granted to those who simply desire it. It must be earned. Only those who are willing to move beyond the illusions of the physical world will ever grasp its full depth. Thoth did not write the Emerald Tablets for the masses. He left them for seekers. For those who know there is something more. He understood that knowledge without wisdom is dangerous, that power without understanding leads only to destruction. That is why these teachings were encoded in symbols, hidden within myths and legends. Not to keep them from you, but to ensure that only those who are truly ready will find them. Mastery is not about collecting information, it is about transformation. The truth is, the world around you is not separate from you. The reality you experience is not something that happens to you. It is something that happens through you. The greatest secret of all is that you are not a victim of reality, you are a creator of it. The moment you understand that your thoughts create your experience, that your emotions shape your frequency, that your words send ripples through existence, everything changes. This is the reason why society suppresses these truths. The moment you realize you are not powerless, you become impossible to control. The moment you understand that life is not just happening randomly, but is responding to your own energy, you no longer live by the limitations imposed by the world. The Emerald Tablets speak of Amenti, a hidden realm where souls undergo transformation before returning to physical existence. Thoth described it as a place of deep knowledge, where consciousness is purifying and prepared for higher states of being. But what if Amenti is not just a place, but a state of awareness? What if the journey through Amenti is not something that happens after death, but something that can be experienced in life? The initiates of the ancient world understood that the greatest transformations happen not in the external world, but within the mind. They walked the path of inner mastery, using vibration, balance, and sacred sound to unlock deeper dimensions of consciousness. But this path is not meant for everyone. This is why so few truly awaken. This is why most people dismiss these teachings as fantasy or myth. Because to walk this path means letting go of the illusions that society has placed upon you. It means understanding that your thoughts create your reality, that your emotions shape your energy, and that your words command the structure of existence. It also means taking responsibility for that power. This is the real reason why these truths have been suppressed. The moment you realize you are not trapped in reality, but shaping it, you become limitless. You break free from fear. You move beyond the illusions imposed by the world. And once you understand this, once you truly step into the knowledge hidden within the Emerald Tablets, you will never see reality the same way again.